There's more than what meets the eye on Volvo's latest car in India.
The S60 is Volvo's tour de force. It is what the 3 Series is to BMW, it is what the C-Class is to Mercedes-Benz. But unlike the swanky, flashy German rivals, this is more about practicality, safety because it's a Volvo, and a whole lot of technology. If you look at this refreshed 2021 version of the S60, then the bigger changes are actually on the inside of the cabin than on its exterior. So that's why it bodes well for us to do a deep dive into the tech inside the new 2021 S60. Even with entry-level sedans, we have reached a point in terms of technology that you get a ton of features. You get connected car technology for sub 10 lakhs. So when you sit inside a car like the Volvo S60, it's not about what all you're getting, but the quality of the experience. And that's where essentially the S60 completely nails it. At the center stage of it is this 9-inch infotainment system display. This is home to Volvo's Sensus interface, and this is fantastic. The screen is really bright and vivid, really responsive. It feels almost like using an iPhone or an iPad. It's as responsive. At the same time, it's nicely tilted towards the driver, which makes it really usable. And as you can see, I've got the sunroof out. And it's quite sunny in this Delhi winter, and I can see everything very precisely and at wide angles as well, which is a great indicator of a fabulous screen. On top of it, Volvo, in its stern Swedish way, is very logical about the user interface. It's very simple to use. Just swipe right and left and you'll get everything out here. At the main central interface point, you get options for the navigation system, for connecting your phone to Bluetooth, and even Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. On top of it, you get other features like the sound experience messages if you have connected your phone via Bluetooth, car status, driver performance. So there's a bit of a driver coach out here. It'll tell you how well you are driving the car or if not. And also it will give you a lot of features and functions to a lot of the assistive technology that the car comes baked in with. For instance, you get cruise control with adaptive speed, so it will basically match the speed of the car in front automatically. It gives you advanced levels of assistance in terms of providing you indicators if while driving a car is coming close to you, so it will give you a bit of an indicator on this big display. On top of it, you get parking sensors on both sides. This screen transforms into a reversing camera, a very accurate reversing camera that too. And this motorized sunroof is just cool. Talking about cool, the sound system here is also very cool. You get a Harman Kardon sound system. It's premium and it is ballistic in terms of its sound quality. You get 8 to 9 speakers out here, even a huge centrally mounted speaker on the front, and it is very immersive. You get a sense of sound, you get a sense of depth, and you hear things in the music that you have been listening to every day that you probably did not hear at your home sound system. So this is actually an audiophile grade sound system. Yes, if you really are picky about the quality of audio, this will make you probably quite happy. And yes, you can also tinker around with the settings and set the sonic profile according to your musical taste. So be it Bollywood, be it jazz, be it blues, be it metal, be it electronic music, it will do it all and it will sound just beautiful. Not awesome, beautiful. And that's what's great about the S60. On top of it, there's another display inside the main speedometer which gives you notifications through really rich, really vivid graphics telling you if the seatbelt is on or not, telling you the speed. It will give you indicators if you are speeding, so it will tell you to slow down. It will also show you the map where you are. The navigation system will, even if you're not navigating from point A to point C, it will tell you where you are in Delhi. That's really cool. In the case if you're slightly lost, that can come in handy. So overall, the quality of the experience really matters. It's not what all you're getting, because you'll get a lot of that in other vehicles as well. But the way it works, how logically it works, how simply it works is what makes the S60 shine through. And I love it. There are a bunch of things that are really nice about the S60. For example, you get wireless charging out here. You keep it out here on the wireless charging pad, and I'm using a big iPhone 12 Pro Max. So this is a big phone, but you can lock it in like this. It's pretty slow in terms of charging. I'll still prefer wired charging, which you can also achieve through the 12-volt charger out here. That comes in really handy.
The problem with the wireless charging system on the S60 is the design of the pad itself. It is so small that it can't even accommodate a pretty small phone like the iPhone 12, which basically has a 6.1-inch display. Mind you, these days phones have much bigger screens, and gone are the days of 4-inch iPhones. Android phones have even larger screens. Its placement is also flawed, as even if you manage to get the phone charging, almost certainly it will move while you're driving, and then eventually it will stop charging. We don't even get to a point of complaining about the slow pace of wireless charging. It is almost useless on the S60, which is a big miss.
And if you really want to properly have a good experience, then you connect it via the wire inside the USB compartment, which is hidden out here for some reason. This enables CarPlay, or if you are using an Android phone, then it will enable Android Auto, and you will get access to all the features. In a way, you will probably not need Bluetooth. But the one thing that is a little unfortunate is, for a car of its class, it does not support wireless Android Auto and CarPlay. That is a bit of a miss out here. On top of it, you also get a voice recognition feature, which will enable a lot of things from your phone if it is connected via Bluetooth. In fact, you can also have your portable hotspot powering the car's infotainment system. Yes, the Volvo Senses system. It will update maps and a bunch of applications. And already we have received a software update for this, which we haven't downloaded yet. So we'll probably check that out in a bit by using the phone's hotspot. The other thing also about this infotainment system display is that it is the way via which you control the climate control system, and it happens very intuitively. Initially, it may have a bit of a learning curve because there's a lot going on and you may be a little too used to knobs, because everything happens via touch. And on the back side also, you get a control cluster out here to handle the climate control. So everything is very techy, very futuristic, and in typical Volvo style, really, really logical, almost like a Vulcan. The S60 is smart, refined, logical, but it's a Volvo. That was to be expected, and it measures up really decently up against its more well-known German rivals. But there are a few minor misses out here. For instance, the wireless charging pad not being big enough to accommodate an iPhone 12. Well, that is a bit of a big miss. At the same time, no wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's 2020, and this is the 2021 model of the Volvo S60. This should have been resolved by now. But if you can ignore these minor quibbles, it gives you a level of refinement and simplicity that you just won't find in other cars. In fact, even when you sort of compare it to a lot of its German rivals, this one feels the logical one. And yes, you could argue a lot of these features are found today in cars that cost less than 15 lakh rupees, but you will truly understand the power and convenience of these features on a car like the S60 because they have been executed in such a top-class way. At the end of the day, that's why one buys a Volvo. That's why you will buy an S60. Come on.